Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 11 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we got news out of Onslow County, where the Onslow DSS office and Human Services office will be closed today due to mechanical issues. County officials say the Consolidated Human Services building at 612 College Street will be closed today due to those mechanical issues. The building houses the county's health department and the Department of Social Services. County officials say any services or appointments scheduled for today have been impacted. Now, officials say crews will assess the problems throughout the day and will reopen the building as soon as the issue is fixed. Now, anyone who has an appointment scheduled for today should check Onslow County's official social media channels or call ahead to confirm whether services have resumed. Staying in Onslow County, we now want to turn our attention to the Jacksonville Police Force, which has announced that they are going to begin using body cameras. Jacksonville Police say the department bought 55 cameras for its patrol, canine, and criminal intelligence units to replace existing in-car camera systems. The body cameras have officially been in use as of Monday, according to JPD. Police Chief Jared Phelps said, quote, "The implementation of body cameras will allow us to more accurately capture our daily interactions to assist in training, transparency, and investigations. The cameras will not drastically change the way we operate, but are simply another tool that lends to best practices in policing," end quote. Now, the department says it's using Axon Body 4 cameras, and staff has been trained on proper use of the cameras by Axon. All officers issued a body camera have received the training, according to JPD. And now we want to highlight your weather forecast. It's going to be a warm afternoon today, warmer than what we've experienced so far over the past few days. It's been a cooler than average start to the month of September, but today we start to creep up a little bit in terms of those temperatures. Right now we've got 79 degrees in New Bern over the Neuse River, south-southwesterly wind at 8 miles an hour. Overall fairly comfortable currently, but those dew points are going to start to climb. Right now in the mid-60s, those are going to be going into the, I'd say, the upper 60s, possibly later on this afternoon, low 70s by the time we reach late Friday and into Saturday. Right now air temperatures set up pretty much right around the 80-degree mark. We've got some areas that are a little bit warmer, some areas that are a little bit cooler, but again, through the afternoon, we're going to be approaching the mid to upper 80s, so get ready again for a little bit more heat on the way. Southwesterly wind right now blowing in at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Winds again going to remain consistent, at least from a direction standpoint for today. Tomorrow may see more of a southerly to possibly even a southwesterly wind in the afternoon after starting out the day with more of a west-southwesterly wind. Here's a look at your Friday evening. Again, anticipating a little bit more heat on the way because of this airflow. Now, in terms of what to expect for this afternoon, again, highs getting into the mid-upper 80s, anywhere between around 85, 86, possibly up to around 87 degrees later on today. Sunshine going to be plentiful. The southerly winds will only help us gain that heat and humidity. So as we reach into the mid to upper 80s today and the upper 80s to low 90s tomorrow, you got to remember that it will feel warmer outside than what your air temperature shows. With that rising humidity, again, that certainly impacts just how hot it truly feels outside. Tomorrow morning, 65 degrees, turns to 76 by the time we reach 10, 86 by the time we reach noon. Low 90s show up as we hit towards 3, 4, possibly even 5 p.m. But sunshine plentiful coming up for tomorrow, thanks to an area of high pressure that's going to kind of just keep us dry and keep us sunny over the next few days. Now, again, later on tonight, we may see a few showers try to work their way over I-95. Going to be difficult for any of those showers that do approach the interstate to actually make it into eastern North Carolina. But for now, the better chance of rain is expected to come in over the weekend. There you see that low pressure system and that cold front. That'll be over eastern North Carolina coming up late Saturday night into early Sunday morning. The faster that system gets off the coast, the faster we can return to comfortable and cool air at least relatively speaking, compared to our averages. But again, for the next couple days, get ready for a brief return of some summer-like conditions. I don't want to say it's a return of summer because, again, it's only going to last maybe about 2 days, but it is something to watch. Speaking of something to watch, we've got our eyes on the cluster of thunderstorms in the central Atlantic over the next 7 days. Has a high chance of development. Next name up on the list is Gabriel. And this is one that, again, is going to most likely be impacting the Caribbean. But down the line, we may feel some impacts maybe 2 weeks from now, if, again, everything lines up unfavorably for us. We'll see how that all shakes out. But right now, one to keep an eye on, not one you need to be worried about currently. Now, here's a look at your full 8-day forecast. Low 90s for tomorrow and Saturday. Turn to the low 80s by Sunday, upper 70s for Monday and Tuesday. And it's not just your daytime highs that are going to be taking a little bit of a hit, but also your overnight lows dropping from 70 degrees Saturday night into Sunday morning, low 60s Sunday night into Monday morning, upper 50s by Monday night into Tuesday morning. And again, that's a sign of a dry, uncomfortable air mass. When you've got those overnight lows in the 50s, you know it's going to be feeling pretty good in the mornings. Well, that's all we have time for today's 11 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, have a wonderful Thursday.